Low T Center makes it easy. Shipping directly to your door. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Hey, we get it. Life's busy, and the last thing you need to worry about is where your trash goes and how much it's going to cost you. With Middle Point Landfill, Rutherford County residents receive free disposal.
Mike Klassen with Middle Point Landfill.
We pride ourselves in making your waste one less worry. Take it to the curb, and we'll take it from there.
Middle Point Landfill is an environmentally safe, economical, and reliable solution for solid waste for Rutherford County.
Learn more about us at middlepointlandfill.com.
We're News Radio WGNS 100.5, 101.9, 1450. Online and on your phone at wgnsradio.com. Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Rutherford Issues, powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Their charitable foundation, Sharing Change, funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month, supporting hundreds of nonprofits. Discover more at sharingchange.org. Time to jump into conversation here today about the Rutherford County Farm Bureau, and the president of the board of directors is Trey Smith. Joining me here this morning, we're going to talk about Farm Bureau and voting and all kinds of things. So, Trey, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Brian. I'm well, and I appreciate this opportunity. It's a great day to be in Rutherford County and discussing Farm Bureau. So
well, I was asking you just a moment ago before we went on the air about yourself, and you and your family have been in Rutherford County for a long, long time.
Well, we have, considering all the changes that have come up before us, and yes, born and raised in north of town, and currently reside in the Las Casas area. So.
God's country, from what I hear, right?
Absolutely. In my book, correct, yes.
Well, you are president of the Farm Bureau Board of Directors. What is it that the Farm Bureau does? Maybe just give us an overview about Farm Bureau.
Sure. Yeah, I think, Brian, when you think about Farm Bureau, first thing that comes to mind is insurance or health plans, and that's certainly our marketing and advertising campaign that reflect that, and we put tremendous amount of effort through that. If you remember some TV commercials with Charlie, Charlie was an average Tennessean in an average community, farmer, small town, and life happens, and he dealt with that, and that's certainly a successful campaign and really represents a lot of who we are and what we are. Also, the Vol Network, advertised there, sporting events, all kinds there. But
Charlie was just a regular guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, just a regular guy, like one of us. And there was always a good story behind something would happen, or there was a breakdown, and Farm Bureau was there to help, and he was a good representation of us and who we are. I like to tell people, if you're a new resident or from out of state, don't let the farm in Farm Bureau scare you away, because anybody can be a member. For $30 annual membership fee, you can become a member. Now, once you are a member, if you qualify for an ag membership, then you can serve on the board, and you can hold a position, and you can vote as a delegate in the state convention annually in Tennessee Farm Bureau. So don't let that scare you away, and sometime in the industry it separates us. So anybody can be a member and take advantages of the services that we provide for you. If you one thing, we've got 7 locations here that serve Rutherford County and the Murfreesboro area. Of course, our main office is about a mile from here, south, on South Church. Adam Tipton is agency manager. I want to give him a plug because they do a great job. Out of the 500 agents in the state, Adam ranked 5th for overall agent. Certainly a shout out to him. The office ranked number 1 in the whole state for services it provides, and the staff and those sorts of things. And we're multiple J.D. Power winners several years in a row. And of course, that's a national, several criteria that polling of experiences that certainly customers have. So we're really thankful and exciting, and that's a great job that they do. Got a couple locations in Smyrna that serve that area. Our board, getting back to our board is a nonprofit, 503c5 by the IRS, and our purpose and mission is to develop, foster, promote, protect the general welfare, including economic, social, educational, political well-being of farm people, and do that for Rutherford County. Some of our board activities that we do, that the committee breakdown that our board is in, certainly one of the key is our leadership committee, and that's our Farm Bureau women. And one of the most successful events that we do every year, that's usually in early April, is Adventures in Ag, and that's a community-wide, family-oriented. Come to Lane Agri Park is where we have it. Ag industry, all the ag industry in the county is representative, and families can come and learn about ag, about truth in ag, about commodities, and what corn is, and animals and things like that, and just get an understanding of what ag is and the important role it is, and everybody has a role in ag. I like to say it: if you eat, you're involved in agriculture and the decisions you make. So certainly that's a great event that we do. Our Young Farmers and Ranchers is another good standing committee. I want to give a plug to them. They, during the Hurricane Helene, our East Tennessee neighbors, they organized and got a trailer together of farm supplies and sent it to East Tennessee. So fencing and feed and just non-perishable that you think about when something gets washed away. You've got to contain the animals. You've got to feed the animals.
Sure.
That's still part of it in their livelihood. Some other activities. Of course, we always support our ag industry, 4-H and FFA. Those are our future leaders. That's certainly important, and that they will carry on the tradition. I mentioned ag in the classroom. Scholarships. We gave 4 scholarships away this year to 4 seniors, freshmen going in studying ag and going into college. So that's something we're really proud of. Our policy and development is certainly one thing we'll get into later, but that's certainly keeping farm-friendly, truth in ag, good policy, good laws that benefit all, and we'll get into that later. But local food pantries, like I said, it all starts with food. Food security is certainly important, and nobody likes to be hungry, so we play a role in the food pantries. Feeding hunger is something that maybe goes a little bit under the radar as far as with children. It seems like it increases every year. 2 years ago, county stats, there were 800 children that went home hungry. Now that's up to 1,200. We've had an event, shooting clays, and we call it Shooting Hunger, and we raise money for a backpack program, and we'll through the leadership committee, they will fill backpacks with food and send it home with those children in need. So anyway, a lot of good stuff, going in. Legislative lunch we do annually. It's usually in March. when the General Assembly kicks off, we'll invite our local delegation in, and we'll talk Farm Bureau issues and priority issues that we have that are facing us, and we like to communicate that. We like to get that out. If there's any reservation or a different point of view, it's the time to have it. That's one thing we're struggling with, I think, as a nation, is we've become polarized, if you will, and just because someone has a different opinion than the other person, it's not that we exclude them. It's not that opinion is not valid or we need to take into consideration. It's done collectively, and that's really, what we are and what we do is working together. So that's a good summary. I like to base it, if you think about the church, you think about the congregation being the membership, you think about the deacons and the elders being the board, and then you think about the pastor or the preacher being the agency manager and the consumer product representatives. That's really how the local is laid out.
Kind of how it works, yeah.
Yes.
Trey Smith joining us here, president of the Rutherford County Farm Bureau Board of Directors. And in our last couple of minutes here, I want to make sure that we talk about the iFarm, iVote campaign, which is going on now. Obviously, we have a huge election coming up here in just 13 days.
It is. It seems like every election gets bigger and bigger, but this is the big one. Brian, iFarm, iVote is through our advocacy program and policy division out of the state. It's statewide. You may see some yard signs that are red and white that say simply that, iFarm, iVote. But I want to remind everybody that every vote counts, no matter how big or small the election. It counts. Early voting is going on through October 31st, and then you'll have one more chance. November 5th is the day. So if you don't get the early vote, November 5th is it. But I think certainly our state does a great job with elections. Early voting is quick and easy. It's fair. It's our civic duty. Each individual has a responsibility to I think, help preserve the life and what we have and our freedom, and do it for future generations. And by participating in elections and helping elect, do your homework on your public officials. It's okay to like you say, have dialogue and have differences, but just do your homework and support the person that most reflects you and who shares the fundamental beliefs and principles that you do. And so that's what it is. You may see a sign out in your neighbor's yard, and that's what it means, and it's important that we do it.
Well, you can go to iFarmiVote.com, and it will take you to the website where there's a complete election guide for the November election. And when I say complete, it's 71 pages, and you're going in detail about all of the statewide races, all the congressional races, the state house and Senate races. So, correct. I mean, it's a comprehensive statewide guide there, and it's all you're doing is here are those that are running. This is the incumbent. It's not like you're saying vote for this person or that person. It's just vote.
That's right. That's right. We're nonpartisan. We won't. We're not going to take a position, and we're fortunate. And I think that's one thing that typically maybe farmers don't do. We're busy. We don't voice our opinion as much as we should, but it's something we need to do more. And it's I heard the mayor on a little bit earlier talking about playing Rutherford, and certainly wanted to plan that, but we have a voice too, and we need to know that, and there are advantages in having open space and a farmer next door, and it's good for the environment. It's clean water. It's good and healthy, and it's one thing why everybody wants to move here.
Sure.
We have a good balance and keep that. But if you want to farm and you love that lifestyle, you should be able to do it. And that's really, the nuts and bolts of it.
Trey, I appreciate you coming by today. It's always good to talk with you. And I do have to give a shout out to one of my favorite people, Dorsan. She keeps things going, doesn't she?
She keeps me on track, and absolutely, she is a crown jewel, and certainly, and so many people, are the volunteers, the teachers, the ag industry in general. We are fortunate in Rutherford County. The average person doesn't know what we have in the role they play, and that's one thing that I kind of put on my shoulders. I want to, get that out more and let people know, because it's a benefit. It really is.
Most definitely. Trey, appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks, Brian. Thank you very much.
Trey Smith joining us, the president of the Rutherford County Farm Bureau Board of Directors. iFarm, iVote.com. Complete election guide, all kinds of great information. So before you head to the polls, check it out. And you don't have to be a farmer just to check that out. Maybe it's a good place for you to get information on absentee voting and all the candidates and the election calendar. Find your county commission, all kinds of great resources. iFarm, iVote.com.